Hey everybody, welcome back to Ontario Vintage Tractor. Tonight we are going to be working on our 1950 WF project. We're going to be removing the rear wheels and taking the fenders off, taking the fuel tank off, and the tank mount. It's one of the first processes in our teardown for our restoration, and we're going to take you along on the adventure. Stay tuned. We're going to put a little bit of PB Blaster on these lug nuts because they are definitely rusty. Alright, well that's a start. All of those studs came off without breaking a single one. Turn it on the other side on me. There's one. I always have good luck with these old tractors removing bolts. There's probably just a lot more nickel content in them back then. There's the last one. Alright, so that's one side off. We're going to go ahead and put a little more PB on the other side. Switch the jack around. Let's see if we can't get the other fender off. No fire. Get this wheel pulled here. A little bit of PB blaster on the fender bolts as well. There's some 1/2-inch bolts on the other side. Alright, that's 2 fenders off, and we're going to move on to the fuel tank now. Okay, so all that's left holding the tank is this strap, which is really just kind of there, and 2 13 or half-inch bolts on the back. I gotta say, this Milwaukee M18 fuel line is by far my favorite electric impacts I've ever had. I'm not affiliated with Milwaukee in any way, but they're hands down the best tool. Okay, I have to come off the other side because our fuel line's still attached there. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and take off this perch for the tank mount. We'll have to get the choke rod off as well. Throttle rod by the looks of it as well. Might have to heat that up a little bit with a torch. So when you're heating, you want to actually heat what the fastener is in, not the fastener. Try and expand it away from it. And we're on the move. Throttle rod is out. And onto our tank support. It's held in with 4 3/4 inch bolts. And while we're here, might as well take the starter off too. Okay, that's it. It's mostly stripped. Tank's off, tank support's off, fenders are off. That foot plate's going to come off too and get sandblasted. It's a little bit of work. Got to take the steering column apart, but it is what it is. So that's it for this episode of Ontario Vintage Tractor. When we dig in and get some parts for the WF, or we get into the sandblasting, we'll be sure to record that too. So if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe down at the bottom, and have a great night.